As I started to do more and more speaking engagements, I started to get more comfortable. Anything that could have happened, that can happen during a speaking engagement has happened to me. There's been times where I was going up on stage and I stepped up on the stage and my pants split in half. Okay, that's a great way to make an entrance. There's been times where the mic went out. There's been times where the slides didn't play. There's been times where videos wouldn't play. There was a time when they said, bring the slides, and then they said, wait, we have no screen. So there was no slides whatsoever. I mean, anything that could happen has now happened. And the great news is that now knowing that if anything happens, I feel fine. It's like you come to expect anything, you're now adaptable. So you're just going to get more comfortable and confident. Similarly, I remember at the very first Game Changer Summit in 2018, this is my first time really carrying 2 days of presentations, because prior to this, maybe I was speaking in like a side room or something like that, or I'd have like 10 or 20 minutes here, but here I was speaking for hours, right? On day 1 and day 2. And I'll never forget at the second Game Changer Summit, the following year in 2019, the feedback that I got from people, and they said, man, you were so much better at this one. And I said, well, what do you mean? Are you telling me that I sucked at the first one? They're like, you were just so much better at this one. And the point here is you're going to have to get a ton of reps in, okay? Of course, you got to be comfortable with your material, but hopefully what you're speaking on is something that you have a lot of knowledge and insight on, and that should be very natural to you, right? You shouldn't be presenting and speaking on things that you're not familiar about, right? Good luck with that. But the reality of it is so much of speaking, I mean, everything from your presence in the room, from how you articulate things, to how you project your voice. So the answer is that you're probably going to do very bad the first time. Now, I'm not saying you're going to like crash and burn and do horrible. It's just compared to where you will go as you continue to get more reps in, that future version of yourself is going to be way better at this. But there's no way around that unless you get a ton of repetitions in, unless you get a ton of practice in, and it's just going to require you to do a tremendous amount of speaking engagements, right? It's going to allow you to become more comfortable and more confident. And there's no way to really shortcut that process. Of course, you should always, rehearse and practice your presentation so you're very comfortable with your material. Maybe you practice in front of somebody else. The reality of it is that you got to get the reps in. No way around that. You're going to be bad. I don't mean to discourage you, but the good news is that you will get better. And the more and more that you do this, if you make a commitment to doing this, and again, it doesn't just have to be speaking on stage at a legal conference. It could be speaking in front of your team. It could be leading meetings. All of these give you an opportunity to become a better speaker and presenter. So the more of those that you do, it can be conducting webinars, it could be doing podcasts, anything that gives you an opportunity to speak and present helps you get more reps in. So the more of that you do, the more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to improve.